Hey Cowboys Nation, it's Alex back again with another massive update, and before we dive straight into this shocking story, I need to ask you something real quick because I know most of you watch my videos every single week but still haven't hit that subscribe button, and I don't know why you don't want to miss these kinds of updates, so do me a huge favor right now, tap that button, join the family, and let's keep riding together all season long. Now let's get into this because this one is going to surprise. A lot of people. Ex-Steelers wide receiver George Pickens just opened up about his trade to the Dallas Cowboys, and honestly, the way he described it, you can tell this move might be bigger than many of us first thought. He actually said, and I quote, "It was good for me," and that statement right there has fans buzzing not just in Dallas but across the entire NFL, because anytime a young star wideout like George Pickens makes a comment like that, it usually means something deeper, something behind the scenes. Something we need to pay attention to. So race the deal. George Pickens is one of those players that you can't ignore when he's on the field. He's big, he's physical, he's explosive, he plays with an edge, and if you watched him in Pittsburgh, you know exactly what I mean. He can take the top off a defense, he can body up smaller corners, and he has that swagger that gets under the skin of defenders and honestly gets fans hyped up. So when he says coming to Dallas was good for him, we have to ask ourselves why. What was really going on in Pittsburgh that made him feel this way? From everything I've been hearing, the Steelers' locker room situation wasn't the smoothest fit for Pickens. He had talent, no doubt about it, but sometimes a player just doesn't vibe with the system or the coaching or maybe even the quarterback situation. And let's be honest, Pittsburgh's offense last year was a mess. They were struggling to move the ball, struggling to create explosive plays, and a receiver like Pickens, who thrives on deep routes and highlight grabs, just wasn't getting used the way he wanted. So when this trade happened, the writing was on the wall, and now he's looking at Dallas as a fresh start and a chance to really show who he is. And let's think about this from the Cowboys side. Jerry Jones has been searching for that extra weapon to put next to CeeDee Lamb for a while now. We all know CeeDee is the number one guy. He's elite, he's proven, but every great wide receiver needs that running mate, that guy who can pull coverage away, the guy who can make a defense sweat, because if you just double CeeDee, then what do you do? So enter George Pickens, and now suddenly Dallas has a new piece to the puzzle, and fans, this is where it gets really exciting. Imagine this for a second. Dak Prescott drops back, CeeDee Lamb lined up on one side, George Pickens lined up on the other, and defenses now have to pick their poison. Do you double CeeDee and leave Pickens one-on-one, which is exactly where he loves to be, or do you play it straight up and risk both guys burning you? Either way, the Cowboys offense just got a whole lot scarier. And I know some people are going to say, but Alex, what about chemistry? What about his attitude? What about his history? Well, let's be real, sometimes a change of scenery is all it takes. Sometimes being in a new city, a new system with new teammates can flip the switch. And from the way Pickens is talking right now, saying it was good for him, you can tell he feels like he's in the right place at the right time. But hey race, what I love about this story, the Dallas Cowboys didn't just add a player, they added a personality. Pickens plays with emotion, he plays with fire, and this team has been missing that spark on offense. We've seen flashes, but imagine combining his energy with Seed's smoothness, Tony Pollard's speed, and of course Dak Prescott's arm talent. That's a recipe for fireworks. And honestly, Cowboys Nation, this might be the exact move that puts the offense over the top and gives us the balance we've been begging for. Now let's go even deeper, because what Pickens said was short but powerful. When he said it was good for me, he wasn't just talking about football, he was talking about life, about growth, about finding the right environment. Every athlete knows that being in the wrong place can drain you mentally and physically, but being in the right place can make you shine, and sometimes that's all it takes. And right now he seems to believe Dallas is that place, and if he believes that, you better believe he's about to play like it. Cowboys fans, this is the part that gives me chills, because think about how many times in NFL history we've seen a player leave one team and absolutely explode with another. We've seen it with wide receivers before, guys who were talented but maybe underused, then they find the right quarterback, the right offense, and suddenly boom, they're stars. And if George Pickens is really that guy, and if he clicks in Dallas, this is going to be one of those trades we look back on years from now and say, wow, that changed everything. And let's not forget something else, the Cowboys aren't just thinking about this season, they're thinking about the future too. George Pickens is young, he's got years ahead of him, and pairing him with CeeDee Lamb could give Dallas one of the deadliest duos in the league for seasons to come. And when you have that kind of talented wide receiver, you give your quarterback confidence, you give your offense swagger, and you make every single defense that Lines up against you lose sleep at night, but Cowboys Nation, let me throw this question to you. Do you think George Pickens is the missing piece? Do you think he can be the guy that finally takes pressure off CeeDee Lamb and makes this offense unstoppable? Because I want to hear from you guys. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because trust me, this debate is going to be huge. Some fans are already hyped, some fans are cautious, but one thing we all know is this story just made the Cowboys even more interesting heading into the season. And hey race, what really gets me, George Pickens wasn't afraid to say it. He could have played it safe. He could have just said, I'm excited to be here. He could have kept it simple, but no, he went further. He said it was good for me, which means he feels like Dallas is where he belongs. And if a player feels like he belongs, you're about to get the best version of that player, and that is exactly what the Cowboys need right now after everything this team has been through. After all the ups and downs, having a hungry, motivated wide receiver ready to prove himself could be the spark that lights the fire. So Cowboys Nation, buckle up, because this ride is about to get wild. George Pickens is here. He's motivated, he's confident, and he's ready to show the NFL that coming to Dallas was not just good for him, but good for the entire team. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see how this plays out, because this might just be the start of something special. And before we wrap this up, I want to remind you guys again, if you made it this far, you are clearly locked into the Cowboys just like I am. So do me that one favor, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a single update I drop. Videos like this all week long, breaking down every trade, every injury, every rumor, every bit of Cowboys news you need to know. And trust me, we're just getting started. So Cowboys Nation, thank you for rocking with me once again. This is Alex signing off, and remember, George Pickens said, it was good for me. Now we're about to find out just how good it's going to be for the Cowboys.